Jason from Sugar Tree Farms donated both these bikes and then dared us to ride them back to Tampa. But
it's me and you versus the world, kid, and it's a big world. She is a little stressed out because, yes, we're in the middle of nowhere and her bike is acting up.
There's too many things to worry about right now, man.
Oh, just don't worry about it then. You okay? Were you about to pass out?
No! No!
Shay, God damn it, please. On the road again, and don't it feel good? I didn't want to ride at night. That's okay though, we needed to get it done and it almost turned out really, really badly, but hey, I'll take that. Anything that makes for a good story is just a series of events that almost turned out really, really badly. The only thing I'm really bummed about is missing all this beautiful scenery last night. Well, hopefully now we can get down to some riding during the daytime when we can take in these sights, and at least for a little while until we get into more familiar territory in the south. The whole idea behind this is, Forgotten Angels. We've got these bikes that Jason is like, hey, why don't you go ahead and drive both these back to Tampa, which, you know me, I can't say no to a good challenge, especially not now that Shay Lisi's involved, and this might be an unexpected adventure, but it's Shay Lisi's first time riding across the country, so I want to make sure that it's something that she remembers forever. And you could probably just burn it out and do iron butts the whole way, and you just remember that it was shitty forever, but instead of doing that, we're going to make sure it's good memories. Or at least we're going to try. All right, well, whenever you're traveling, it is a little bit of a procedure to get on the motorcycle. Especially when you're going to be on it for over 100 miles. You always want to make sure everything's situated just right. Reno bound, baby. Wasn't I just out here? Seems like I was just in Reno with a transversely mounted V-twin. I was bitching about how the Moto Guzzi didn't have enough power, but I guess when you compare it to this bike, it's doing pretty well. Now, we're going to Reno because I need to pick up some stuff from Cycle Gear, and we could go to the highway, which is up there, or we could go this way, which seems much cooler.
I knew I should have made a left turn at Albuquerque.
Now, when you're covering distances like over 4,000 miles, you don't always get to take the long way, so whenever you can, do. It's so hard because you're like, man, we have to go so far, and it's so but yeah, oh my God! Like, would have never seen that. What a just splash of crazy color that we'd have never got to see if we didn't take the long way. And just like that, we're in Nevada, baby, on an absolutely gorgeous road.
Don't drop it, Shay. No! No! Josh! Josh! Josh!
Hey, thanks, guys. Shay, you all right? Don't worry about the bike. As long as here, I got it. As long as none of the handles are broken, you're fine. Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate y'all. Cool, no harm, no foul. You okay? Okay.
I don't want to do that again.
Okay, let's just go then. Everything's okay. Did you get hurt? What's up? You can talk to me.
No, then I'm just shook up.
Okay.
I dropped the bike.
Who cares about the bike? I don't care. All right, let's go to Reno.
And somebody helped me up. I had two people stop and immediately be like, how do I help?
All right, well, after a little gravel road incident, which can happen, let's hit the road again. Well, she got the first drop out of the way. There's that. Even with the minor drop, still glad we went this way because, man, is it beautiful. I just swear, man, I guess you never think about Nevada being beautiful, but man, Nevada is just really up there with one of my favorite places to ride motorcycles anymore. One place that has never let me down when I'm on a road trip, Cycle Gear, baby. Always there when I need them.
All right, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to hear me over this bumping pop music, man. We got a throbbing backbeat here in a German-themed restaurant. We got drinking horns on the wall and steins, and somebody's singing about long-lost love over a frickin' 808. Absolutely beautiful. You guys know I love dick-shaped food, so there ain't nothing wrong with we call it the Ferrari of glizzies, the bratwurst. Maybe the grandfather of glizzies. The grandfather of all hot dogs, the bratwurst. Bratwurst came first. Show some respect.
We are the burst.
Birthday. All right, I've let it cool off to where it's not a dick-shaped flow of lava, so we can actually do a taste test on it.
Really cool. But then also they're doing stuff that's out there. I love that.
That is actually like the best bratwurst I've ever. The bratwurst is awesome. I don't know how you do good bratwurst. My bratwurst usually comes from the grocery store, but that bratwurst is awesome.
They make this fresh every morning down at Ponderosa Meat House.
All right, man, I'm a convert. You can build a better hot dog. It's very strange for me to give this rating to a piece of dick-shaped food that doesn't come from a gas station roller. New, it's exciting, but I think I like it. It is absolutely delicious.
Well, see you later, Reno. Treated us pretty good this time. Once again on a Twisted Twin, baby. The grandfather of glizzies, a couple of ice-cold beers, a little bit of philosophical talk with a good friend of mine, and it's on to Mammoth Lakes. I got a cramp buster from Cycle Gear here just because even with this, gosh, I'll tell you, it is what it is, man. We all get older. That arthritis in the knuckles of my right hand just freaking kills me sometimes. Here's the problem with the cramp buster is on this little 650 Twin, you got to keep the throttle open so wide that you got to adjust where the cramp buster sits after you get going. So between the two of these, hopefully we'll be able to figure it out. Just the massive scale of Nevada. The scale of it just blows me away. Obviously, we saw bigger mountains in Portland, but just the mass, the largeness of this just, there's so much rocks. Whoever romanticized in riding into the sunset, you know what? I don't think they ever actually did it. It sucks. Oh, thank God. So poor Shay Lacey back there has been a little disillusioned with the desert. She thought she was going to absolutely love it, and I think she's just been watching a little too much Instagram where all these girls are sitting out naked in the sagebrush with a bunch of turquoise jewelry on. You know the type of desert hipster I'm talking about. Kinds out here sunning their buttholes and playing with crystals. Anyway, I don't blame her. I love that part of Nevada, but it's got beautiful riding. I don't love it for the weather, that's for sure. I think now that we're heading further south, we're actually going to be dipping back into California. I think going this way, I think Shay Lacey's going to like this part of the desert way better. And she's already having a better time now that the sun's going down. And of course, it's giving us this beautiful sunset, which you don't get to look at the sun and have the sunset out here. But once it's behind the mountains, once it's behind the mountains on that side anyway, it just makes these mountains over here look like a painting. And it ain't like that other part of Nevada has got a moratorium on the good riding. We're about to enter some of the best in the state as far as I'm concerned. Heading down this way on the edge of the state, bordering California, all the way down to Mammoth Lakes, with Yosemite right there, with Route 168 on the other side. This is an amazing part of the country, one of my favorites. And I like it so much that I was here just about 2 months ago, and I had to come back. Oh, I've never ridden down this way. Last time I came on the other side of this mountain range. Coming in here from Reno, going through these mountains already seem huge. And then coming up on that is fucking cool. Topaz Lake. This place looks amazing. Topaz Lake looks like out of a picture. This is just wild. Coming over that hill, having all this open up on you. Oh, welcome to California. Let's see what happens at the inspection station. Last time we got waved through. Okie dokie then. You know, most people, as they get ready in the morning, as the days go on, they get faster, better at it. We just do it backwards, like a joke.
We get past Colorado,
Smooth sailing.
100 miles an hour the whole way home.
It still starts. That's a good sign. Whoa, whoa. What in the fuck? Well, I'm glad that happened now, not later. Sure, it's not the first person it's happened to, and in fact, it's not the first time it's really happened to me. It just goes to show you, not only do I make dumb mistakes, I make dumber mistakes than most. Getting your handlebars caught up in your GoPro handle, not exactly the best start for the day.
Keeping the bikes alive.
Hell yeah.
See him somewhere, some asshole would just be like holding it hostage, you know, he's worth too much money.
Nah, man. We're all ride them, don't hide them. Shay's stressed because we're getting a late start. It's almost 11. The only reason I'm not super stressed about getting a late start is because Shay is very stressed, and one of us has got to keep it together. We're going to switch places tomorrow, don't worry. I'll be stressed out, you be calm. Heading out of Mammoth Lake. Second time I stayed here. Second time I got the pizza place. Didn't figure I needed to film it again. But I did end up putting the pizzas on the back rack of the Silver Wing, so I know it can hold a large and a medium pizza. I also know that a large and a medium pizza is way too much food for me and Shaylee C. I also neglected to buy tickets to go to Yosemite because I absolutely forgot. Last time me and David went, we just cruised on through. I guess it was after 4 o'clock, but I went to go buy tickets yesterday night when we got to the hotel, and apparently you can't look at nature. You know, there's only a certain amount of people who are allowed to gaze upon the majesty of Yosemite a day, and we are not among them. So we're gonna ride up to the entrance and see if we can squeeze in again like we did at Multnomah Falls, but I think they're watching a little closer at Yosemite. In the meantime, it's not like there's any shortage of absolutely gorgeous roads out here. Looks like a movie set. Amazing. We're actually doing a little bit of backtracking today because we came through all this stuff in the dark, and I'm like, hey, we gotta go back and do it again even though we're going in the wrong direction because this is just too gorgeous to not ride through in the daylight too. Yeah, today's definitely one of those days where Murphy's Law is in effect. Knock on wood, hopefully we got all that luck out of the way in the morning with couldn't find the headphones, and then Shay had my headphones and I thought her headphones were lost, and then we couldn't get the bikes loaded properly, and then Shay tried to go get breakfast from somewhere and the line was around the block, and then she had her key when I was trying to put gas in her bike, and now I'm dropping stuff off the bike. I broke the GoPro, and all of a sudden it's 11:03 and we're just kind of getting on the road. If you're going to travel for more than 4 or 5 days in a row, the likelihood that you're going to have a day like that is pretty freaking high. You can't really get upset about them. You got to roll with the punches when you're on the road like this. That's what I found, because if you end up just getting frustrated, that's going to ruin all this. His little Silver Wings are feeling the inclines and the elevation, baby. Pretty crazy when you're already going 65 and you got a downshift to get up a grade. It is what it is. You can get stressed out in the morning for not getting a good enough start. Just don't get frustrated, because getting frustrated leads to getting angry. A little bit of anxiety at not getting going. It is what it is. You know, you should be worried about it. You want to get on the road. The minute you get frustrated, the minute you're out here and you actually get angry, when this is the backdrop to everything that you're experiencing, to me, I just don't know how you could even be mad with this in the background. At least I couldn't be mad. I don't know if we're going to be able to get in the park itself, but I'll tell you, I've been down this part of it on the outside, and I just want to go up and get in, because it was just one of the craziest increases and decreases of elevation I've ever ridden on a motorcycle. It was just so freaking cool. And when me and David came down it last time, I immediately wanted to go right back up it again, but it was already getting dark. Now I'm gonna get to do it twice in the daylight. It was getting dark last time I went down this thing. Holy mackerel. Worth the revisit, even if we don't get in the park. Hell yeah. They out here having a good time. They know what's up. Shaylee just put on her Sport RX sunglasses, so she just went like, I cannot believe I haven't been wearing my prescription sunglasses the entire time. I can finally see everything. I'm just not a contact guy. If you wear contacts, awesome. But if you need to wear glasses, even a little bit, and you don't wear them, I promise you, it doesn't feel like you need them, but you put them on in a place like this and you don't regret it. Oh my gosh. I've seen those little streams down there. I'm just like, I just want to live in the woods and start a whole new life. Be very tiny and live in a tiny mushroom with a tiny pot cooking soup. But nobody's ever worried about where I am. It's just so beautiful that shouldn't be allowed. I guess that's why you gotta have a reservation. All right, Shay gonna drop it there on the road. That would be a very easy place to drop it. Especially if you're 5 feet tall. You can do it, Shay. I believe in you. You can do it. You can do it. I'm watching her mirror. Yes. Oh, I swam out there to that rock. That's so freaking cool. Oh, well, maybe Shaylee didn't get to go inside Yosemite, but she got to go up to the entrance at least, and that's not bad, I guess. Oh, on a day where you're already starting late, I guess it doesn't matter if you take your time on that day too. We already got a late start. Might as well get off the bikes and go exploring. Plus Shay hasn't seen a bear yet. We got a bunch of hot dogs in our pockets because I heard that bears like those. They're just like gators in that regard. You can make friends with the gator if you have a little bit of hot dog meat in your pocket. They love you. Oh my gosh, fish in the water?
I didn't expect them to be like right there. Oh, dragonfly!
Oh my gosh, so much nature. What's happening here? There's fish in the water, dragonflies flying around, landing on us, chipmunks running around. I don't know if there's any bears around here hungry for a hot dog, but we could use a photo op. Well, whoever gave me the info that bears love hot dogs, I don't know. Maybe someone else got here first and already filled them up full of glizzies. Maybe I'm too late.
So cool.
I know, these little paths are freaking amazing. It's like you just sit here and look them and you can see them where they go up. They literally, you can follow them all the way up to where it's trickling out of the mountain. It's very cool. Those suckers at Yosemite think they're gonna freaking charge my eyeballs to intake all this beauty. Come out here in the outskirts, walk around, see it for free.
Now I'm sure the best of it is in the the inside of the park, because I saw a bunch of pictures of waterfalls and stuff.
Yeah, no, it is cooler in there, but.
Dog shit here. Maybe it's a bear.
Uh-oh. So look like there's any hot dogs in it? Well, we climbed to the top of what would be a mountain in Florida over here. And behind it is just more mountains. And seeing as we're at a pretty high elevation, and I'm in shape, round is a shape. It's just really my, that tactical layer of protective judo fat that I have. Ooh, a skull. Is really weighing me down.
God.
Okay, it's a skull. We're in the nature.
That's so cool.
An animal. There's a jawbone.
Oh my god.
There's a skull.
And there's poop.
Probably stinky. Let's leave it. Although it's a very dark tower, the jawbone. And I want to take it just for that. Oh shit, Shay. Gotcha. Dude, we're like solving the murder of this freaking animal out here. We've even got a whole hoof left behind. They didn't even finish eating it. They left this whole hoof here with fur on it still. I must have interrupted a little dinner party up here. You can come back if you're eating this. I've got hot dogs for you. I didn't come empty-handed. Shay, come look at the hoof.
There's a hoof?
Yeah, it's a whole foot.
There's like a bunch of shit over here too. Like literal shit.
Well, it's the woods. That's where bears poop.
It looks like deer poop.
Deers did this? Look at the hoof.
Oh my god!
All right, well, we got the free sample pack of Yosemite National Park taken care of, but I don't think I'm going to pay for the whole thing. I will admit, I'm also really enjoying doing a lot of these roads that I did on the Shovelhead, because obviously I already did this, but on a 79 Shovelhead that barely has any turning clearance, it's a lot better to do it on this bike, because believe it or not, these little GL650s, they actually handle great. Or, I mean, I think they handle great. Now, we ain't out here trying to slay the track or anything, but for mountain roads like this, God, very, very flickable, turns in super sharp. Maybe doesn't track as good as it should at high speeds, but you can't have it all. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Oh, money shot, baby. I could never, ever get tired of that opening right there. Just coming around that corner and this just getting spread out before you like that. One of my favorite things ever, and I mean this even though now I'm saying it on camera, is randomly running into people at the in gas station parking lots around places where you ride motorcycle, where everyone comes to ride a motorcycle like this. So literally just walking out here, my man Jamie comes up after apparently climbing Starbucks Mountain on his freaking dad jeans mobile over here, the GS. I don't see a single coffee cup on it, man. Come on. No stickers on your bags? Come on, man. How will people know all the cool places you've been? What's your YouTube channel, man?
Adventure Glide.
Adventure Glide? That's what you call it? I like that. That's good. ADV Glide. I freaking love it, dude. Well, it's awesome running into you, man. We're for the road. All right, I'm actually packed up this time.
Are we gonna ride today?
Yes, we're gonna ride today. All right. Now it's time to crank out some miles. We've had enough lollygagging around. 1:30 in the afternoon? Yeah, let's get busy. If you're gonna have a late start, you might as well have a late start. Wide open throttle. Can the 650 do it? Whew, baby. Uphill at 8,000 feet. Ain't exactly it's most favorite thing to do. Still wide open, baby. Let's go. We're not gaining, but we're holding 70. Well, alrighty then. I dig your style, bud. They gotta be coming back from Burning Man. Damn, there's dude in Razors out there? That looks freaking awesome. I mean, I would want my dirt bike, not one of those, but that looks awesome. Dude, I had no idea there was all sorts of trails back here that you could do. Dang. It'd be nice to have an adventure bike, although I will tell you, all you gotta do is have an adventure on any motorcycle, and then it's an adventure motorcycle. But we still got a long way back to Tampa, so I don't think I'm gonna push these old GL 650s off-road. It's really tempting, though. All right, Shay, are we gonna ride motorcycles today? Yeah, we're riding motorcycles today. Death Valley, here we come, baby. I feel like every biker out there has got to cross that one off their list. Death Valley on a motorcycle in the middle of summer, it's definitely a little pin in your hat, and I just did it, but Shay Lisi definitely wants to do it too. Definitely back in the desert. Just like that, out of the mountains and into the frying pan out there. Welcome to the wasteland, baby. I love it. Yeah, I think we're just gonna go over there, squeeze between them couple of mountains. I think that's our goal. All right. Shay just got a trial by fire. That's for sure. About 45 minutes through downtown with a 3-second stoplight causing all the traffic. I thought the bikes were actually going to overheat too. My phone is still going so slow. It is not happy. Traversing Death Valley out here in the desert, it can be very, very dangerous, especially during the summer and especially on the motorcycle. So you want to make sure you have plenty of water. Well, I mean, it's a liquid. So plenty of liquids. That's really the key to success out here in Death Valley, okay? You can take that one to the bank. All right, just pulling on to 168. I did this last time. I'm very excited to do it on a bike that's not a 1979 Shovelhead. I love that motorcycle, and I had so much fun riding across the country, but its lean angle left something to be desired with that big 2-into-1 pipe on it. Much more excited to do it on this bike. East 168 from California into Nevada, in my opinion, is one of the coolest roads I've ever been on. Oh, my phone overheated again. That ain't gonna be much good. Talk about absolute desolation. I freaking love it out here. Now, I don't think I'd want to get stuck out here. I don't know if I can live out here, but I do enjoy the time I spend out here a lot. That was awful nice of them to let us by. Poor Shayleese got so overheated riding through the town. She's dying back there. But luckily, we're doing a lot of climbing. So even though the sun isn't going away, the temperature is going to get a lot better. And then after that, we're going back down. It's going to get a lot worse. So don't know what to tell you, Shay. This whole thing is just built like a go-kart track. I love it. Bikes are definitely running a little bit hot. I don't think it's in the danger zone yet, but definitely something I'm keeping an eye on. A little bit of sand in that corner. All right, got through just fine. God, what a gorgeous road this is. I gotta imagine this is just like sport bike paradise. I'm happy here on my GL 650 doing it. I ain't gotta rip it up. I ain't trying to prove anything on the street. But I do love this road. And it's gotta be a little freaky because you're just like, the sun is so hot that it literally hurts when it touches your skin. It is a deadly laser and it hurts you. So, you know, when you're on this rickety old, I mean, they're not, I think they're fine. When you're on a 40-year-old motorcycle that you just picked up the other day in the middle of the desert going like, there ain't nobody out here. And we got some extra water, but if the bike breaks down, you wreck. This is a bad place to be without transportation. Oh my gosh. Well, this is just like, oh, what a road. It's just crazy to like go from the highway. You're going to see these mountains and you can look at them and there's not a pass. Like a lot of times you can look at the mountains and you can like kind of see the pass. You're like, oh, okay, there's like a break or a low part in the mountains. That's not the case over here. This is literally just a road through the mountain itself, like over it. Like this, they didn't pick like the lowest part. They just kind of went right over the mountain. Yeah, the biggest drawback to the way these GL 650s handle is the suspension. And of course, like, I'm way overweight for this bike. Not just the luggage, me in general. I probably weigh more than the recommended weight for a passenger and a rider. I weigh 315 pounds. So even then, it's still performing pretty admirably. But it's a frame geometry thing. Like, with some decent suspension set up to my weight that wasn't these tiny little, like, 34 millimeter Showas that just flex and twist over every bump. Like, if you had some stiffer suspension up front, not just springs, but just stiffer tubes in general, this thing it handles so well. It just turns in really good. So I imagine this thing would just kill it with the proper setup. Funny that Honda gave, you know, one of the, like, very agreed upon, one of the ugliest motorcycles in the world, like, absolutely amazing frame geometry, and then put this tiny little 650 V-twin engine in it. Hilarious. Oh, a little bit of dirt in the road there. Oh, Shay sees that. That probably wouldn't be enough to wreck you, unless you're really cooking through it, but it could definitely make you slip a little bit and scare you. Oh, yeah, we're gonna go through here. I imagine that at some point they probably take street sweepers through here or something. I don't know how they keep these roads clean, but whenever the last time they did it, it looks like it was a minute because it's all over the road right now. Like I said, the amount that was on there was pretty small. You'd have to really be cooking for that little amount of scrim to make you wreck, but it can make your tires slip out a little bit and make you lose some confidence. All right, time to climb again, which is nice because it gives you a break from the heat of the valley. Might want to be careful out here. No such things as guardrails out here in the middle of the desert. You fall over the side, you're going for a ride, and that's about it. There's just some cows hanging out on the side of the road there. That's when they were saying watch for cows, they meant it. What the heck are they doing way up here? No wonder they stopped and took a rest, man. That's freaking got to be a hell of a climb. It's crazy looking back over there, over what we've already been through to get over here. It seems insane. We were just down there. We were just in that valley. And now we're up here. That just never fails to blow my mind. I really like this road. I'm sure there's plenty of better ones. I ain't been everywhere. But this is a cool one. Love it. Down through this, you can literally just like pretty much just coast down the damn thing. See if I can get to coast down the whole thing using no gas whatsoever. Well, here we go. I'm still going. Maintaining 50 miles an hour. Whether you can go faster than the speed limit just coasting. I can go fast enough to wreck just coasting. Holy moly. Still no gas, nothing, just brakes. That's kind of fun. That's neat. Definitely, like, it's steep enough that it definitely, you have to use the brakes. You can't just coast without using the brakes. That was neat. Still going down. If this guy wasn't in front of me, I could have just, even here, I could probably just like, yep, I'm gaining speed, not losing it. I do want to slow down and wait for Shay, though. This is so neat. Still haven't hit, even slowing down to 30 miles an hour just to wait for Shay. I still haven't hit the gas, just stop hitting the brakes, and you speed right back up again. That is pretty slick. Whew, yeah, you couldn't coast down that thing without brakes, that's for sure. Or maybe a better rider on a better bike could. Or maybe a better rider on this bike, but y'all know what I mean. Well, this is a great way to save gas in the desert. Hand was getting tired. Might as well just put it in neutral. I don't know how many miles that was. Still coasting. Still gaining speed even. Still haven't touched the gas. Maintaining 55. It's our first incline over there. All downhill until that. And just like that, we were in Nevada, then we were in California, and hey, baby, we're back in Nevada. Las Vegas bound. Woo! Okay. I was about to say, we're in the middle of nowhere. Like, no, actually, nowhere would be an upgrade. Nowhere, you might know where you are. This is total desolation. All right, you ready? Like, if you get in the middle of the road on your bike, that's a fucking good one. Out here in the desert, it's the most metal birthday present ever. Judging from the way down there that I'm looking, we're about to leave cool weather, even any breaks from the heat, very, very, very far behind us. But we get to save gas again. That part's cool. Would you look at that? That's an awful nice stop sign someone put in the middle of nowhere. Be a shame if someone ran it. Woo! Vegas, baby! What's really getting me as I ride through all this nothing with just like the sparsest amount of what looks like a camp in Borderlands just scattered around here is I'm riding this bike through here, which is still a 40-year-old motorcycle, but Well, how you feeling after 150 miles of nothing?
Nothing.
Huh?
Nothing to me.
Wow. Impressive. You look like a redneck now.
I feel like you're so ready to go.
Because I'm ready to go. See you later, Beatty. Death Valley behind us. It's on to the luxuries of the Las Vegas Strip, baby. I think after that tromp through nothing, I've earned a hot tub. Plus, Las Vegas is pretty much the only place in the world where you can usually get a hot tub room for about 50 bucks. You just gotta be okay with putting your asshole in the same pot of human soup as everybody else did. Me? Hey, baby, I like to live dangerously. The speed limit is 70, bud. That's miles per hour. I'll tell you, it's hard enough to believe that Vegas exists where it exists when you fly in or you see it on a map or see videos of the surrounding area like you're seeing right now. When you ride in from California through Death Valley, through that whole area, and you really see how much absolute desolation, nothing surrounds Las Vegas. The idea that it actually exists out here becomes so much more ludicrous than it already is. If I didn't already know it was there, if you told me that there was an entire city full of neon lights, drinks and babes and every vice you wanted here in the middle of the desert, I would call you a freaking liar. There it is. Like I said, if I didn't know it was already going to be there, I wouldn't believe it. I've ridden through Vegas a couple times, but I've never come into it at night. Coming out of the dark desert into this in the middle of the night. Well, no, we're not in the middle of the night, but after the sun's down, now that is a very cool experience. You know, Las Vegas is one of those places that before I ever went here, I had my mind kind of made up about it. I just thought it was gonna suck. I just heard so many people talk about how much they hate Las Vegas. And guess what? Las Vegas was another place I went, and I absolutely freaking love it. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just trash. Like all these places that people are like, oh, it's a trash pile. It's a piece of crap. I hate it. I end up liking them. So I don't know, man. Maybe they're all the good people, and I'm the piece of crap. It wouldn't surprise me. But this will be my 4th time to Las Vegas, and I've loved it every single time I've been here. I love the lights. I love that there's something to do 24 hours a day. I love all the weirdos. Like, there's a few places besides the Tampa area that I could see myself living. Las Vegas is definitely one of them. I don't know, man. Driving down the strip like this, how could you not love this, man? Like just the absolute ostentatiousness of, is that a word? Ostentatiousness? Whatever that is. It's big, it's bold, it's brassy, baby. I like it. It's over the top, just like yours truly. Don't you love it?
Yes, I love it.
See, you're trash just like me. People always tell me how much they hate Las Vegas, but I'm like, dude, this is my kind of place. I love it.
Especially after not seeing another human for 300 miles.
Yeah, and then this. Dude, they got a place called the Pleasure Pit. That sounds like my kind of spot. Come on. Can we park the bikes here? Where should we park them?
Take them around to the bikes park.
Can't just valet them?
When you're done, you're gonna have to drive all the way in the back to the motorcycle parking. That's what I was thinking.
And we'll pay you and we can park there? You're the man. We appreciate that.
Welcome to my lair.
I always wanted a headache. might have lost the slots, but at least Shay Lucy's cleaned up. Almost double your money.
I'm buying Taco Bell tonight.
Day, is it 3? 4? It also, like, underneath here, like, we're so underground. It's apparently 9 o'clock in the morning, which is our best start yet, and I'm wasting it by talking to the camera. It's really hard to even tell that it's daylight. It feels like it's dark, doesn't it? You look like it's dark still.
I left my pills.
We were on a good start, but Shay forgot her pills. Trip this long if you don't have your antidepressants. If anybody takes antidepressants, you'll know that coming off of them is pretty horrible. But that's okay, because I've got to get all this on that bike.
Dude, yours sounds so much cooler than mine. I think it's got exhaust or something. Shay, kickstand. It's one thing about these old bikes, man. They will let you ride away with that kickstand down. A lot of people forget that kickstand safety switch was a much later invention. Quite a good one. Oh, I wish we'd had more than one day here, because Vegas is a blast, but the road, it calls us. I just love that that's a hotel. We couldn't stay there though, man. I always wanted to stay at Excalibur just because it looks insane. But then I think about all that metal on my foot and walking around that place, and I'm like, maybe not. Yeah, Vegas is definitely an oasis of sin. Middle of the desert here, and I'm quite the connoisseur of sin myself. They are many and varied. Me and Shay Lisi are gonna come back to Vegas another time and see if we can't find a few new sins to add to our repertoire. All right, Shay, you ready to do the damn thing? Shay is dad joke central, so the Hoover Dam was made for somebody like her. Dang, you got it. She pushed it up first, then got on the bike.
The CPU is a neural net processor, a learning computer.
By hook or by crook, baby. You know, the Hoover Dam might seem like really family-friendly, kind of boring tourist traps, and I guess in a certain way it is. But Shay Lisi hasn't seen it, and I do not want, and maybe that now I'm being the dad, talking about dad jokes. I'm about to give the most dad speech ever. I can't leave Las Vegas without making sure that Shay Lisi sees the Hoover Dam, and trust me, she does want to see it anyway. The reason behind that is just monkeys built it, okay? You look at the Hoover Dam, monkeys built that. It is such an insane marvel of engineering, human ingenuity, and just absolutely batshit insane, reach for the clouds, spit in the face of God technology. To view it, to me, it's absolutely breathtaking. I look at the Hoover Dam and I know what it is to be a human being, to be an ape, to be a Neanderthal, and want to climb the highest mountain and strike the face of God. I don't know. That's how the Hoover Dam makes me feel. I guess for some people, it's just a big dam. Hell yeah. Frickin' El Camino lowrider. Oh dude, and it's got a Cutlass front end. That's where it's at, baby. Man. Talk about a reveal, baby. The desert might be harsh, but God, it's beautiful, isn't it? It's almost as shocking as seeing Las Vegas over there is seeing that amount of water after seeing that amount of sand. Dude, just this maze going up to Hoover Dam. Be worth it just for the ride up here alone. On that bridge. The bridge blows my mind. You know, I know obviously the dam is like way more the technological marvel that's spitting in the eye of God, but the bridge is so dramatic when you round the corner. How's it going, y'all?
Traveling with any guns today?
No, sir. Apparently Rorschach says we're good to go, baby. It's just, it makes all this all these transformers, all this girder, like this just all this electrical wires, which in this landscape, which just looks so like Martian and alien, it looks like we're colonizing a planet that's inhospitable to mankind. And there's that bridge reveal. God damn, dude. That bridge should not be allowed. Like, how do you even make that? It just blows my mind, the thing. this on such a massive scale. I love it. I love it. I just love looking at this stuff on this scale like this. This is just, how can you just not love the that feeling of making yourself feel like such a tiny person in this gigantic world? The scale of this magnificence, when we are just another set of hairless apes standing on the shoulders of great men. And all these things, like, just, I don't know why, it just makes me, again, still think of a video game, because just the symbology of everything going on here, it just reminds me of BioShock, you know, with this great gilded age of American, well, you know, in their case something else, but this great gilded age of American ingenuity and expansion. That's just what it looks like to me, but, you know, like I said, I got a big imagination.
So here at the dam, and I've always really liked these statues, and I have been here before. These statues especially, not just because they're just these gigantic, kind of creepy Art Deco statues, which I really dig, but I don't know what the symbolism is supposed to be, but to me, since they've got wings, they're winged men, it just kind of reminds me of Icarus and the whole parable of flying too close to the sun and spitting in the face of God and defying your masters. To me, that really resonates a lot with the Hoover Dam itself, because the Colorado River took how many aeons to form this channel, and it flowed in that direction because nature made it do that. And we came out here, and after millions and billions of years, we stopped it.
No more.
No more.
No.
We stopped it. There's a lake now. That's something that had been happening for that long, and mankind did that. And I think that's pretty crazy. Some people will love that. Some people will hate that, because some people hate the idea of, you know, like, oh, man is bad, but look at these things we've done, and we're an affront to nature. But man is of nature, so everything we do, therefore, is natural. So I don't love this. I don't hate this, but I can sit here and I can look at it and go, wow, this is freaking amazing. Hoover Dam. Defy your masters. Spicy.
My second time visiting the Hoover Dam, and I will tell you, just as good as the first. I would come back a tertiary time. So my phone keeps overheating, and it overheats to the point where it just completely shuts off, and I can't actually use it for directions anymore. So literally, like, it's so hot. I think it's 111 degrees right now. We're behind a windshield, so there's no airflow on it. The sun's beating directly on it. So just every once in a while, like every 15 minutes or so, I just have to go ahead and, like, pour some water directly on my phone just so it cools off, or else I can't use it for directions. Really wish I was joking about how often I'm having to do this right now. It's working though. I got the bike. Just go inside. You okay? Were you about to pass out?
So dizzy.
Here, it's okay. Here, stop. You're okay? Here. So just pour this on your head.
I'm so hot.
Is it hot?
Yeah. I'm just gonna go inside.
Go inside. All right, Shay's definitely getting overheated. It's time for a break. Anything that's wet will be dry, I promise. I'm gonna pour it all over your shoulders, Shay.
No, please don't. I don't want you to.
It will make your life so much better.
Oh, I really don't want you to.
Why, because it's too cold?
Yeah, let me do it while I'm on the road and just like spray myself. Let me do it to myself.
Okay. You'll thank me later, I promise.
No, you can thank me now.
We'll get on the road, you'll see what it feels like, and you're like, next time we stop, spray me down with a hose. I promise you. You can just squirt it on yourself. I'll squirt your back.
I already did.
No, there ain't nothing on your back, I promise.
I hate it.
Calm down.
Ah, I hate it. It's a natural.
We got ourselves sprayed down with water. Time to attempt the next 100 miles to St. George. Poor Shay Lisi. She has because some of her medicine and some other issues she has a way hard, I know it looks like she's like being a baby about this, and it's not bothering me. Trust me, I am hot. But she has a much harder time regulating her body temperature than I do. So this is definitely harder for her than it is for me. You know what though? running into the beer cooler, almost falling down and passing out, being all red in the face. Besides all that, well, there she is, back on the road in the middle of the summer, in the middle of the desert on that motorcycle. I'm proud of her. She's not the only one who can't regulate her temperature. It's also my freaking phone. Can't have my phone shutting off. Sammy Hagar singing heavy metal noise, baby. Oh, and ain't it true? Woo! Well, Shay just signaled to me that she is not doing good. So I pulled over, we sprayed some more water on her, but we may have to stop at the next town and stop there till the sun goes down. I'm still feeling fine, but like I said, she has a little harder time regulating her body temperature than I do. So starting to get to the point where I don't think she should be on the motorcycle anymore. She felt confident when we first left the last place, but hey, when you gotta call it, you gotta call it. Damn, dude. That is one hell of a rig right there, isn't it? Ask him to pull over. Let Shay Lisi sit in his AC for a minute. Shay, don't get off your bike. Are you ready? Okay.
Oh, that's so much better.
Tilt your head back, so I'm gonna leave you some. Don't worry. We're 9 miles away, okay?
I know, I just couldn't wait anymore.
No. You don't have to wait. You tell me when you need to pull over. There's no shame. That's why I knew this was gonna happen. I knew we were gonna pull over. We're gonna do this, okay? Don't feel bad. I knew we were. I was planning on it. It's okay. All right. Take more. Drink all of it. Okay. Put your helmet down. The faster we get moving, the faster this will cool you off. Pull your helmet off. I'll take care of everything else. Don't even worry about your glasses. Just go. Go. I got it. I'll take care of it.
The temperature is 116 now.
116?
Yeah.
Nice. New record, baby. Officially the hottest weather you've ever ridden in. I'm proud of you.
Don't touch me.
No, now that you're armed with your spray bottle, you're golden. We could go the rest of the way. Yeah, all the way to Florida. Exactly. 37 minutes, Shay. Okay. Let's try this one more time. Even though it's actually hotter now than it was earlier. It's now 116 degrees, but we've made a command decision. Shay Lisi's going to spritz herself down every couple of miles to keep her core body temperature down, which is, it's not perfect, but it definitely, like I said, it definitely works. She's going to do that, and we're just going to go ahead and stay in St. George tonight because we were going to push on to Page because we wanted to go through Zion and see the Grand Canyon. But with how badly this heat is affecting Shay Lisi, we just need to find her a hotel room so she can take it easy. She's having a rough time, and pushing it any farther than St. George at this point would just be dangerous. And that's the last thing. We want a little bit of danger. A little bit of danger is fun. Too much danger? No, not too much danger. Just the right amount of danger. You know? What a beautiful view, though. But it's nice and cool on the top of that mountain over there. Really looking forward to making this ride into Utah, into St. George. Everybody and their brother told me that I missed something absolutely amazing because I did it in the dark last time. Hell yeah. About to hit that canyon. We are underneath a cloud, so it's cooled off a little bit. I got Lemmy singing Hellraiser on the earphones. We're set up perfect. And I rode through this whole thing in the pitch black night last time. No idea what I was missing. Holy moly. God, I might have never been back either if it wasn't for Shay. Wow. And we get to be in the shade. Even better, baby. This is just freaking amazing. Worth the 116 degree heat. It's worth it. Doing it with Shay Lisi It just makes it that much more fun. That's the coolest thing about motorcycles, isn't it? It's just more fun with your friends. It's more fun with your family. You know what? All the heat, all the danger, all the bull crap, going through something that beautiful just makes it worth every freaking minute, man. You know, you can't enjoy any good times without some bad times, can you? It makes it worth so much more. How would you ever know how good this is if you didn't have to struggle a little bit to see it? I know there's people there probably saying I'm pushing Shay too hard, or I'm putting her through too much, or we're being dangerous and she should have pulled over. But guess what? She's been riding a motorcycle for a goddamn near 10 years now. She knows exactly what she's in for. She's tough, and you know what? She might shed a tear, she might get upset, she might get hurt, she might get all those things. But I'll tell you this right now, when she rolls through something like this, after going through hell and high water, crawling across that desert in 116-degree heat, guess what, man? I bet it feels damn good. And you could come enjoy this without ever having to go through anything. You could come enjoy this without ever having to put up with the bullshit, without ever having to suffer. You don't have to see this on a bike. You can see it from inside a car in air conditioning. You ain't gonna see it the same way that we did. You ain't gonna see it the same way. Ah, it feels good. Ah! I'm alive, like I'm lit match, baby. It feels good. There's one thing I want in this world, and it's the only thing I want, and it's a never-ending quest for more. Adventure, baby. Adventure. That is a Vista earned. Shay, I hope you're looking at that right now. Because you earned it. And it never stops giving. I've crossed the Virgin River before. I thought they would have renamed it by now. 8 more miles, Shay, and our oasis awaits. We're almost there. You got your reward, that amazing vista. Now just a few more miles before you get to rest. Woo! Utah, baby! Hey, you made it! Good job. Whoa, you okay? What happened?
I just shut my helmet on my finger.
Oh, a little easier when you're spraying the water, isn't it?
Yeah. Like I want 2 cup holders now.
Cup holder 2. 2 cup holders.
Is that greedy? That was so beautiful at the end. I made it all.
That was your reward.
That's what I said. I was like, man, this was all fucking worth it.
That's what I said too, because somebody who does it in an air-conditioned car, or somebody who didn't put up with 116-degree heat, they don't see it the same way that you did. I'm not even saying that for the camera, Shay. It's true. After putting up with all that shit, having to pull over twice, dump water on yourself, crying, that's what you got to see. That's freaking amazing. You earned that. Go, yeah, go inside. I'll get this. I'll stand out here and soliloquy you till you freaking pass out from heat stroke. All right, guys, that's gonna about do it for this episode. I'm just gonna say again that I am super proud of Shay Lisi. I know that there's gonna be a legion of naysayers out there who are just like, that's dangerous, and you're pushing her. And I mean, Shay Lisi's been riding motorcycles for a decade at this point. 7 years of that decade, by the way, she was motorcycle only, and 2 of those years were in Indiana. So she has ridden a motorcycle to work 5 days a week through Indiana winters. So Shay knows what she's in for. She's not a fool. She's not an idiot. I mean, I take that back. We're both kind of idiots. All I'm saying is yes, she was pushing herself this day, but it wasn't that hard. It's a little over 100 miles in between Las Vegas and St. George. And it took us like 3-4 hours to do that 100 miles because we kept pulling over because I didn't want to push her that far. Problem is when we started, she was very confident that she could do it, and about quarter to almost a half of the way through it, that confidence went way down and we had to stop a lot more. Now here's the other problem. In between Las Vegas and St. George, there's almost nothing. When you're like, well, you should just pull over somewhere and wait, there's nowhere to wait. Like, you stop at the gas station and then you hit the road and there's 30-40 miles of desert road that's got
absolutely nothing with zero shade. So you have to go. Do I recommend that you attempt to ride in 116 degree heat? That's the hottest temperature I have ever ridden in my life. No, do not recommend. Do I still think that Shea Lisi earned that vista at the end, went through hell and high water, well, no water, through hell and sand to be able to view it, and it means something else to her because she had to struggle and it was dangerous for her to be able to view it? Yes. When you climb to the top of a mountain and it's dangerous that you did it, but instead of flying a helicopter up there, guess what? That view hits just a little bit different. And anybody who wants to talk about just this sissification of people where you're just like, you have to be safe around every corner, I just don't want to hear it, man. I'm not going to recommend it. No, I don't recommend that you do that. It's dangerous, and Shea Lisi could have died doing that. I could have died doing that. We could have gotten hit by a car and died on our motorcycles. It's turtles all the way down when it comes to safety and how you should do things and how you should experience something on two wheels. But I'll tell you this, and I say it all the time, and maybe it's not the most responsible thing for me to say, but the safest way to ride a motorcycle is to not ride it at all. Motorcycles are inherently dangerous. That's part of why we like them. I'll get off my soapbox. For now, trust me, my trusty soapbox is always ready and willing, and usually it doesn't take much to convince me to get on that thing. We're ending this video here. The ending was too good. It was just such a good feeling and a great time that I want to end it here. The other thing that we're ending is the Los Más Chingones pre-order sale. Today is the last day. You'll have till the end of the day after this video comes out to get a Más Chingones shirt, and then they're gone forever. They're gonna go the way of, I've actually got a few left that I'm gonna put on the Brapstar site, but just a few odd sizes that were left over of Go Then There Are Other Worlds Than These, the shirt I did to commemorate the Shovelhead journey. I got a few of those left that I'm gonna throw on the website in some odd sizes, but like I said, that one's not getting reprinted, not for sale by me anyway. You can buy it at Burt's, and the Más Chingones one is also not getting reprinted. This is it, like I said, and I had a couple people email me and say, can you extend it a little farther? I'm sorry, I already said I was gonna stop it today, so you got 24 hours to order one of those shirts, a Brapstar original, or forever hold your peace. Till next time, y'all, keep it weird.